Hey y'all, welcome back to another Worth the Hype video. If you are new to my channel, last year I started a new series called Worth the Hype where I try different products really hyped up by bloggers to let y'all know if I think it is worth the hype. So funny story, I actually only did one video in this series last year, so I decided to bring it back this year, and I'm going to be posting these videos the first Wednesday of every month, kind of a Worth the Hype Wednesday. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Pat McGrath foundation. I have heard so many people rave about it, but I was kind of hesitant to get it because it is pretty pricey, but I wanted to know if it was as good as everyone says. So if y'all want to know if I think the Pat McGrath foundation is worth the hype, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to apply it the way I normally do my foundation, which is with a damp beauty sponge, and I'm not going to use a primer because whenever I first try a foundation, I like to use it without one. That way I can see how the foundation is by itself, and to be honest, a lot of times I don't wear primer, so that way I can see how it's going to do. And then if I do want to use a primer, I can see the difference between with or without a primer. So hopefully this is the right color. I got it from Sephora, and they have a shade finder where you click your current foundation and shade and it tells you what color they suggest. So hopefully it is right. So I put in the Tarte Concealer, and the color I've been using lately is light medium sand. So that's what I picked for that. And it suggested light medium number 13. And can we talk about this packaging? So first of all, it opens like this, and just look how pretty this bottle is. So I'm actually really excited to try this. So it says buildable, perfecting coverage, lightweight texture, sublime satin finish, runway tested, mother approved, oil free, paraben free, fragrance free. Okay, that's good because I think fragrance bothers my skin. It's good for all skin types. Can't remember if I said that or not. So yeah, I really hope this color works because I'm excited to try it. Okay, so it has a pump. I like that. Okay, so I did a little test and it looks pretty yellow on me, which I do have yellow kind of neutral undertones, but maybe I should have put light medium neutral in the shade finder because it looks like it's going to be yellow. So it's a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I was thinking it was going to be a thicker full coverage, but I like it because I'm not a big full coverage fan. Yeah, it is pretty yellow, but hopefully once I get everything else on, it won't be too bad. I don't know why I don't read about stuff before I get it because for some reason I was thinking this was a full coverage. It has a really pretty finish. I like how lightweight it is. I don't feel like I have a lot of product on my skin. I hate a heavy feeling foundation. That is probably one of my biggest foundation pet peeves, is just heavy and cakey looking and feeling. So I do like how lightweight it is. It has good coverage for the light layer I put on. I am gonna add a little bit more to my cheeks to see how it builds. I'm not gonna do all over. I normally do, if a foundation says it's buildable, I will usually go ahead and add another layer, but I want to do it how I would normally do my foundation, and I wouldn't add another layer all over So I'm just going to add it to my cheeks and see how that does. Oh, I'm so upset about the color. Okay, so I am going to wear it all day, and I will try and check in throughout the day and let you know how it's going. See if it settles in my smile lines. It kind of is starting to settle a little bit in my forehead, but I have not set it with a powder yet. And kind of everything settles in my forehead because my wrinkles are so deep. But I will definitely let y'all know. I do plan on riding my Peloton later, so I might keep it on for that and do a final update to see how it lasts throughout that too, and just throughout the day. But so far, it's really pretty. I like the coverage. It's not too much. It has a really pretty finish. It isn't highlighting any of my pores or anything like that. But first impression, like my very first impression right now, is I do not think it's worth the hype, because y'all are probably tired of hearing about Found Sealer, but I think it looks just the same. It has the same coverage. It has pretty close to the same consistency, and it also has a very similar finish. And it's not as expensive. It is still a little on the pricier side. Found Sealer is $39, but it is cheaper than this one. But like I said, I will give you my final opinion at the end of the day. That way I can see how it wears. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, set it with a powder, do my eyes, concealer, all of that. But yeah, I will let y'all know my final opinion at the end of the day. So stay tuned. Update on the foundation. I've had it on for I think about 4 hours, and I haven't really done a whole lot today except edit videos. I did film a video, so I have been talking a lot, and it has not settled in my smile lines, which is a big deal for me because that's where usually a lot of foundations do settle. It is settling in my forehead lines, but like I mentioned earlier, they are pretty deep. So just about every single foundation I wear, even my Tarte one, settles in those. But it does still look really pretty. The color's not as bad as I initially thought. It is still a little bit too dark for me, but it does look better now that I have the rest of my makeup on. But I think I'm about to ride my Peloton, and we will see how it does. After that, I'll try not to wipe the sweat off my face. That way I can see how it does through a workout, even though I know it's bad to wear makeup during a workout. But I feel like that's a really good test on how good a foundation is, especially not wearing a primer. So it has come off on my nose a little bit, but I'm trying to think if I've wiped my nose any. But one of my dogs likes to jump up and lick my face, so it's possible he licked the foundation off my nose. So that is my little update. I will get back on here after I ride my bike so y'all can see what it looks like after a workout. So I wanted to update y'all again. I just finished riding my Peloton. I just did a 20-minute ride, but I was still very sweaty. Sorry if that's gross. It did come off of my chin a little bit, but that's because I was dabbing. Try not to wipe the sweat away, just kind of dabbing it away. I do feel like it's starting to show my pores a little bit more in this area and then this smile line, but I'm just being picky because I'm wanting to point out things that I hear people complain about or talk about and things that I look for or don't like in a foundation. So I'm trying to give y'all a in-depth review of it. I'm still not 100% sold on it, but I've only had it on for 5 hours, so I'm gonna keep it on I think a couple more hours at least. It is currently 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna try and keep it on a couple more hours, and then I will update y'all a final time. Okay, so I'm here to give y'all my final thoughts on the Pat McGrath foundation. So it has lasted really well throughout the day. I've had it on for 9 hours now, and it's currently 11 o'clock at night. And as I mentioned before, I did ride my Peloton and I was sweating, so I did dab off my chin and my upper lip, so that is why it is gone here. But everywhere else still looks really good. I'll get up close. I hate getting up close, but I want y'all to really see. So you can see in this area, it has kind of settled into my pores, I feel like, and this smile line. Once again, I'm just being really picky because I want to be able to address concerns that I know others have with foundations. So now, the big question, do I think it is worth the hype? I do not. Based on my first impression, just wearing it all day, I don't think it's worth the hype. I personally like my concealer better. And yeah, I don't mind spending money on a foundation, but I want it to wow me. I want it to be like, oh my gosh, my skin looks so good. I love this foundation. And I don't even think it's the color. It is the like how it makes my skin look, if that makes sense. But if you enjoyed seeing this worth the hype video and you're excited about the return of this series, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I have some really fun videos coming up, so you don't want to miss those. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.